my name is Kelli Irwin, and among many other things, I am a sound healing practitioner. This is a singing bowl. This is third eye, specifically. So thank you very much, first and foremost, to Amanda White and Shannon Morrison for this opportunity to be able to talk about my business and my practice of what I do and who I am. So thank you. I am a holistic health and wellness practitioner, and that encompasses a variety of different things. Along with sound healing, I also use something called binaural beats, which actually work at a neurological level with the auditory nerves in the ears and then work with the brain. And a lot of psychologists and psychotherapists use it because they know what it does to the body. It actually physically relaxes the body. I incorporate meditation. I'm also a Reiki master teacher in 2 different types of Reiki. I incorporate Huna, which is an ancient Hawaiian shamanic form of healing that deals predominantly with the organs. I also use crystal healing. I use a grounding earthing mat from Earthing Canada to help us ground things out, reduce inflammation, IBS, all those great things. I also do crystal healing, and I incorporate guided meditation. I also do nutrition and fitness and a bunch of different things. My background is actually in the corporate world, which I left because it did not fulfill me anymore. And I decided to go out on my own, and ultimately, it's kind of morphed along the way, if you will, and it has taken me to new places that I never imagined. When I first left corporate, I only knew that it no longer fulfilled me. And not to denigrate anyone who works in corporate, you know, each of us are different and each of us have a different calling. My calling was very much from a holistic perspective of helping people to heal, and also in turn healing myself. And I'm still on that healing journey, as you know, each of us are, until we actually, you know, have it all figured out. And then once we have it all figured out, well, back up there we go. We're all done here, right? And I don't know about you, but I'm not in any hurry to be done this incarnation. So I'm okay to recognize that it's a process. And ultimately, I'm trying to help other people follow their path and, you know, recognize their purpose as well. And also, you know, show themselves some compassion and some healing in the process. And there's so much science behind how many energetic modalities work with healing. Meditation, for example, in all kinds of clinical trials have proven ad nauseum that there are tremendous benefits, mind, body, heart, and soul. And just, you know, some really quick pieces that are derived from clinical trials, because as the daughter of a teacher, I don't just like, ooh, it's a pretty meme on Facebook or Insta or TikTok or wherever, you know, it must be true. No. Where are my clinical trials? Where are my stats, my facts, my evidence, right? So with that, there is a lot. And I mean, in clinical trials, they found that meditating is equally as effective as antidepressants or anti-anxiety meds. That for me was a moment, because I thought, gee whiz, do we pollute people's organs with garbage, or do we meditate? If they're equally as effective, I'm going with not polluting the organs. That seems like a pretty simple answer. And also, we have a lot of things that we pick up from other people. So I'm what's called an empath, and lots of you out there are too. You may or may not be aware of that, or even which type of empath you are, as there are a few different types. But the bottom line of all types of empaths is that you know how other people are feeling, and your BS detector is generally pretty spot on. So I also help people manage that, and using different modalities to help them through that. So, you know, it is what it is, and you know, working every day and taking each step forward. And I don't want to give the illusion that I'm healed. I'm most definitely not healed, and I'm, you know, working through a bunch of different things. And in doing so, I, you know, take each day as it comes, and I try and help people through my own experiences as well as guidance that I get, because ultimately we're all intuitive if we come right down to it. The U.S. military has been doing Project Stargate. They were doing it from Cold War times, which is basically teaching people to use their sixth sense or their psychic ability. And we are all able to access it. Some of us, obviously, like any other skill out there, are going to be able to pick it up more quickly than others. And those of us who are older souls are going to be able to access that more quickly. But that gut instinct, that gut intuition that you've probably heard people mention, or maybe even use that expression yourself, the science can explain that too. And not only is it our third eye and sending it out to the field, but it's also 40,000 brain cells in our heart that are called sensory neurites. And they think and learn independently of the brain. So I'm helping people to access those neurons and those brain cells, as opposed to only the ones in our brain, which can sometimes work against us and, you know, as is called the ego brain, defeat us. So I use a bunch of different modalities. I work with your energetic field, and I help you to open up those abilities, since some of us have suppressed them. We've got people, you've probably heard the word clairvoyance. That's probably the most common term used, which means clear sight. There's also clairaudience, which means clear healing, or excuse me, hearing, pardon me, not healing. It is healing, but it's hearing. And claircognizance, which is just like an internal knowing that doesn't come from you, but you're just very sure of, whatever it happens to be. Clairsentience, where, for example, when I'm in a session with someone, whether it be a virtual session or if it's an in-person session, I'm scanning over their field and I'm picking up things within their body, their energetic bodies as well as their physical bodies, to be able to determine where there are blockages, where there are things that are emotional or energetic issues that have been manifested physically. And we've proven that stress can cause every disease known to man. Well, where do you think that starts? Up here, right? And then we manifest it and create whatever it happens to be, tumors, you name it. All kinds of problems, ulcers. We can wreak havoc on our health and physiology. So connecting with that as much as I can, and also trying to encourage the use of those abilities and the practice of using those abilities, since I suppressed mine a lot when I was a kid, and a lot of us do as a result of fear or as a result of programming of disbelief, or, for a variety of different reasons, society, parents, school, you name it. And so now it's about opening those abilities back up, recognizing that science proves that we all have them. Some of us have, certain abilities that others don't, and some of us are stronger at certain abilities than others. I mean, just think about it. Some people are really naturally gifted in sports or dance or art or whatever, math, and then others aren't. So, you're going to have people who are, strong in some places and not others. And just like any other skill, the more you practice, the better it gets. So I am covering off on many of those different things and basically helping each client day by day based on what they've come up against. I do a lot of research. And I also, like I said, I give them the science behind things, which for a lot of us helps if we know, okay, this is proven. This isn't my opinion. It's not my, theory. It's not an idea. It's peer-reviewed, scientifically proven evidence, and that for me is a big piece. And there are so many more natural ways to help reduce stress, to be happy, to be healthy. And as much as Big Pharma might not want us to go there because it's not highly monetizable, and well, they're going to lose money, let's be real. But it is possible. And not to say that modern medicine doesn't serve its purpose, absolutely, especially for acute issues, like a break, a sprain, what have you. But when they're what in most cases are autoimmune diseases or chronic diseases, those usually have a deeper seated reason, cause, however you want to say it. And most medical solutions with those long-term things act as band-aids, often in the form of pills, that don't really solve the core issue. And so I work to deal with that and helping you release. And basically I'm tapping into what are called ley lines. So you may or may not have heard of those. They are energetic meridians that, basically create a spiderweb network around our planet. And they're often near aquifers, or cenotes, you might have heard them called in Spanish, where basically you have limestone where the groundwater has carved out the limestone and is traveling through. And as a result of that, you get a form of electricity. It's called piezoelectricity, excuse me. And that's present in a lot of places. So basically I'm tapping into that energy. I am the conduit, or the tube, if you will. And then it's like getting the room online, getting wherever you are online, and then we surf the world wide web of consciousness together, if you will. And there's so much that can come through and happen with that. People feel all kinds of different sensations, tingles, heat, cool, shivers, goosebumps, things pulsing, or sometimes just really relaxed. And in some cases, nothing at all. There's no wrong way to experience it, but certainly it's worth it. If you believe in you and if you want to be happy at a core level, I would be honored and thrilled to help you get there. So please feel free to share your story. Feel free to share, what's helped you, what's hindered you, where any of your blocks may be, and just, share if you have a clair that you connect to that works, or you're, in the process of improving and practicing, then let me know which clair you have. Is it clairvoyance? Is it clairaudience? What is it that you connect with? And do you see a lot of signs, you know, in the form of coins and feathers and, you know, other things like that that are messages coming through from spirit, from source, universe, you know, whatever you want to call it, God. There are a whole bunch of different names. But you know, there's lots more out there than meets the eye, and I'm honored and grateful to get the opportunity to keep learning and to working with beautiful humans and incredible souls just like Amanda and Shannon. So thank you so very much once again for the opportunity to talk about what I do and share that with the community. And I'm so grateful for both of you beautiful humans. I mean, anyone who knows these two knows how incredible they are, knows how kind and selfless and compassionate and understanding and inspiring and, you know, incredible that they really are. And I've been so blessed to have my paths cross with theirs and have the opportunity to chat with them. So anyway, all the best, much love, many blessings, positive vibes, and good health always. Take care. Thank you so much. Namaste.